Good take or deep reach?
What's up? It's Dan Riccio and Randip Janda, and this is Good Take or Deep Reach. Each week we will take one of the trending topics, and a couple of the trending topics around the hockey world, and debate if it will happen, if it's a good take, or if it's not a deep reach, as we like to call it. And this week, Randip, we start with Auston Matthews and his incredible goal-scoring prowess for this year. 50-50. Can he do it?
This is a deep reach. Hey, listen, what he's been doing is incredible. 18-19, but look at the road ahead. He has to score 32 in 38 more games. That's a tough task because goal scoring, it's streaky. And I understand puck luck, bounces, all of that stuff has to take a role in it. And that's, it's tricky to predict that sort of thing. So he's on a historic pace right now. We can all respect it. We can all, applaud it. But expecting 50-50, come on. We know goal scoring is a luck game, and 23% shooting percentage. Can you maintain that? That ain't gonna happen.
Who let in the fun police here? We've got the North Division. We've got so much going on this year. Of course, it's a weird season. I think you can kind of throw the numbers out the window here and maybe allow for an unprecedented season in the salary cap era. The last time we've seen anything close to this, I guess Brett Hull did it in the early 90s. You had McGillney and Solani go for 76 and 92, 93. That would be sort of the pace that he's got to go on for the rest of the season if he's going to make it there. And I just see a player right now that is feeling it. His shot is as good as any in the league right now. I've been saying this for years to you, Randip. He is the best 5-on-5 goal scorer in the league right now and has been for a while over Alexander Ovechkin. Maybe David Pastrnak is the only other one. But for Matthews, this isn't really about the numbers because we are in an unprecedented season. We've got Canadian teams, bad goalies, bad defenses. This absolutely can happen. I think it will happen. Auston Matthews, 50-50 this
Okay, you've been drinking the Matthews Kool-Aid for a long time. I'll give you that. But let's look back at other seasons where players have done pretty close to what he's doing right now. Simo Gagne in 05-06, yeah, he had 16 goals. Guess what? David Pastrnak a couple of years ago had a similar pace. Hold your horses, relax. It ain't going to happen. He's going to hit 40. He's not hitting 50-50. That's just crazy. That's wild talk. And listen, while we're talking about awesome paces and historic paces, I got a good take or deep reach for you as well. Connor McDavid, 100 points in 56 games. Good take or deep reach?
Okay, this one is even more crazy than 50-50, I think, which is kind of wild. But for me, with Connor McDavid right now, you have a player who has so much of his team on his shoulders. When he throws it on and he puts it on like he does pretty much every Saturday night on Hockey Night in Canada, you can see the potential for 156. But the reality is, Randip, nobody has even come close to that kind of pace since Mario Lemieux in 2000. I think even before that, you have to go back to the Gretzky days to get the kind of pace you will need to be at 156. The only things we've seen kind of close to that are Nikita Kucherov and Leon Draisaitl last year, and even they were at about 1.5 points per game. Wouldn't have gotten close to 156. So as good as McDavid is, this ain't happening. 156 won't do it.
No, this is a good take. Your first mistake was comparing Connor McDavid to humans. He's a machine. He's going to be able to hit this. And listen, he's at that 1.85 points per game right now. In order to hit this, he'd have to stay at 1.79. And the beauty of Connor McDavid is that he might go scoreless for one game, maybe two, but he can score 4 or 5 against you just like that. And that's why this is a guy that, with that power play running the way it's running right now, top 10 in the league, and guess what? It's probably going to be number maybe 1 to 5 in a pretty short order here. He will be able to hit this. They are functioning at all levels in Edmonton right now. They might not be able to stop goals all that much, but he's going to be able to score. And you know what they got on the schedule? They got the Ottawa Senators 5 games still to go. They played them 4 times. They got another 5 games against the Ottawa Senators. They play the Canucks, who are not exactly well defensively. And it's much easier to score points when you're Connor McDavid than it is to score goals than Auston Matthews. This is an easy good take for me. Connor McDavid, you make that bet because he's not human. He's a machine.
So he's got 13 games against the Canucks and the Senators left. What is he going to have to put up? Like 25 points in those 13 games. Look, the Randip, I know you want to see this, and you're a big time McDavid guy. That's cool. You love watching him on the power play. I know. And it's good to think about it, but this is something that we see every single year as well. And Matthews is going to run into this trouble too. Don't get me wrong. But the referees put their whistles in the pocket, and the star players are going to have to run through and get through a lot more than they normally do over the course of the early parts of the season. Difference between Matthews and McDavid, Leafs are going to the playoffs. They already know it. While Edmonton, they might be fighting for their lives because they don't have a lot beyond McDavid and Draisaitl, as we know. I think Matthews is going to be focused on making a record-breaking type of season, whereas McDavid's got to do all the little things to make sure his Oilers get to the playoffs.
Okay, but the Edmonton Oilers are Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. They only make it if those guys score. Therefore, those guys are going to need to score. It's the secondary scoring that's a problem in Edmonton, not the primary scoring. McDavid's going to get to 100. You hit us up and let us know what you think. Is it a good take or is it a deep reach? Like, subscribe, and comment below. We'll catch you next time on Good Take or Deep Reach on Sportsnet.